go down feet first. You can follow me, turn around, crawl over the mud, look for the porcupine, and you'll be in a big cave. This is an easy one. There's no porcupines home, so you're okay.
Good to start heading down?
Ah, you can. I'm at the point where I'm going to turn around. Alright, so you see where I'm at yet?
Yep.
So right here is where it's roomy enough. If you want to go head first, just turn around right here and go head first. It's actually not too bad as far as water. Oh, it's fucking warm in here. So this whole thing was full of the ceiling with porcupine shit.
Oh.
This is the spot we cleaned it all out.
That's so cool.
So all this is all porcupine shit. This is all blocking that way in. We had to dig it all out. Brought it into here, and we just never bucketed it all out. Now, the easy 350 is this way. This way is kind of a horizontal cut, and then we'll get halfway out and it's going to flip, and there's going to be multiple levels where you can stand up higher. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's new. So they carved their initials in there.
Oh. It's amazing how everything's just carved by the water. Yeah.
Yeah, so that stream that they diverted in the hillside used to run into here. So that's what carved this. And then they diverted it in the 80s. So we have gone this way, and there's potential for there to be more cave there. It's tight, the water runs down your back. You kind of lay there, crawl up there. There's another chamber, not a big one, but it's like you see all the loose rock and you're like, well, you know, if you remove all that rock, that water that's coming in is coming from somewhere. So all that stuff's like what they would call a dig, and that's how they find more caves. But for the most part, we're not doing any of that. We got bigger projects we're working on. So, if you wanted to get wet, this used to end there, and that's where I blasted through the wall and got into the new section. You crawl, you squeeze through, and then you're in the water, and you lay in the water, and you crawl that way, about 100 feet. And then you'll see where we stopped digging because there's so much dirt built up, you can't fit a person in there yet. So we gotta start hauling all that dirt out. So if you want to lay in the water, go that way. If you don't, you don't have to. But it's a new section of cave. It's not all flat and smooth from people going in there. It's kind of rough looking. It's a little tighter. It'll give you a good idea of what the back half of the cave is going to be like.
Is there a turnaround? Or you got to back out?
You guys are small enough. There is a spot you could probably turn around towards the end. You'll see flagging tape where the surveyor stopped. So when you get to that point, it's going to be natural because you're going to see the waters coming down, and then you're going to hit like a pile of dirt, and it's going to be really tight, and you're going to know, oh, I'm not squeezing in there. I mean, I can go in there and show you, but the thing is, if 3 of us go in there, you're not going to have room. You're better off going like one, and then someone go in about 15 feet behind you, and then that person's going to have to turn around or back out. There's enough room in there. Like if I make that squeeze, there's a little room over there at the beginning. I might as well do that and then just hang out there. So I'm only doing this to test comfort level. But I'm in the new section. And if you want to make that squeeze, then you can come in here. If you don't, I've gone to the left about another 100 feet. This is all virgin. I broke through that wall and I don't know that anybody's been on this side of it. But about 100 feet up, I'm still blasting and digging. So this is a good test for your comfort level, because this is easier than the end. So if you like this, we'll do the end. If you're like, yeah, that was enough, we won't do the end. So what you just squeezed through, I blasted through.
Oh shit.
And nobody's been in here. This is all virgin cave. That's all you can tell. It's all sharp, gnarly. No one's been crawling over it. And it's going to go about 100 feet that way. There's going to be, I think he's probably close to the water pool. You dip in the pool and squeeze through. And once you squeeze through, there's a little bit of an area where you can turn around. So if you guys need to turn around, you can, but you can also back all the way up.
Oh, that's at the floor, rock. Nice slate.
It's going to be tight and wet.
Are you trying to keep going?
So where you are, you're going to want to hang out for a bit, because that's a roomy spot to turn around in case he wants to back out.
Okay.
And then he's probably, did you dip through the water pool? It looks like you did. So you went through a deep pool of water and you're up in a little drier section. And he's probably in the last spot you can turn around.
He said you're at the last spot you can turn around. Where's that? Right there.
Yeah, so there should be like a ledge on his left, and he's probably laying in the water. If you look straight ahead, you'll get to a point when you look straight ahead, you'll see like a hole in the wall about 50 feet away from you, but you won't be able to reach it, and that's where we're digging now. he might have another 15 feet he can go forward.
So should I just stay here?
If you see a bigger spot that you're comfortable hanging out in, but I think you're going to be in a pool of water.
Yeah, actually this is the pool right here.
Oh no, that's just an inch. There'll be a deep spot, like 6 inches deep.
Well, yeah, it's dry. It's just like rapid right there. Keep going? What? Should I keep going?
Hey, if you find a metal tampon rod, I lost it. Grab it. Yeah, you're in the last spot you can turn around. Once you turn that bend, you're probably not going any further. That bend, you're not going to squeeze past, but you can see that's where we're digging. Yeah, so the caution tape is where they ended the survey. The caution tape's as far as anybody's gone. If you pick the right spot, you can turn around in there, but it's not harmful to back out.
Can you go up at all?
Yeah, I think you want to be closer to me to turn around. That seems to be the wider spot.
Alright, I'm turned around, bud.
Alright.
Turn myself into a tight ball. But don't wedge yourself. Alright, I'm gonna go back a little bit. You're good to start turning. Yeah, and my head was like right here. I wedged the helmet in between there. I'm back there. We're back in that too.
You can raise your head up a bit, and if you go to the, well, you got enough headroom right there. Just make sure you don't dip your face in the water.
I'm through the corner. Yep. You can get into this room and turn around.
Watch out for this. It's jagged and likes to grab your clothes. so we get out of here.
Stupid to bring my phone in my pocket. That thing's probably shot.
Oh, it's like one of the newer ones. It's pretty waterproof.
Yeah, okay. Won't fall out. That was cool.
So, is that your limit, or are you comfortable with that?
That was fun.
So when we get to the last 75, there's going to be 3 or 4 spots that are a little bit worse than that. But they're small spots, you got to get past them. But it's pretty much like that, tighter. But we can do about 600 feet of it and then turn around and come back if you don't want to do it. See how flat this rock is? Most people just lay on it and slide. People will do that. Just comes out 10 feet down. Just a way to test yourself and do a tight squeeze. And you'll see these are from the survey they did. They're all throughout the cave. The water is actually a little deeper than usual. Usually you can stay pretty dry going through here. That gives you an idea what the marble would look like if it wasn't all dirty. It would all be that blue and white. It's just got all dirt packed up. We can kind of see it under the dirt over there.
Do people ever go under this?
You could. Nobody's ever done it. So this is a driveway. And then from here it flips to being more vertical. So you stand up and walk through it. Levels. You can either crawl down to water level, or you can go like a tight crawl in the middle, or go up to the top. The top has the most room. I'm gonna go down. This seems a little tight. I don't even know my way through it. So maybe you can see one of the ways out.
Really? Already there.
The culvert's right there. So if we go past it, you're going to want to turn around and go feet first and drop down into the room that's past it. So probably right about here is the best place to turn around. You can do it at the culvert. Kind of go to the culvert, stick your head up, and then put your feet back down. If you want to slow yourself. Oh, I guess I'll get the spiders out of the way. So this is the signature room. If you look around, you'll see a bunch of different initials all scratched in the wall. Supposedly they're from the 1800s, because you'll see some of like the 89s, but they came in here in like 81, 82, and these were already scratched in here. Alright, so for the next adventurous part, You climb up here. You're gonna turn around and you're gonna go feet and stomach down, feet first. About 10-15 feet, and then you're gonna drop. There'll be like a ledge. You're gonna drop your feet over a ledge. There'll be another ledge that you can stand on as you drop down, and you'll drop into the other room. I'll go first, and I'll be able to guide your feet. There is a rope to kind of hold on to, but if anything, it kind of gets in your way. The only thing with this, there's going to be a slot on the right side. Keep your leg out of that slot. You don't want to get it stuck. Keep your feet to the left and up as much as you can when you're crawling through there. This is one of the spots that limits me on my size. I have to kind of compress my chest to drop down. You guys will be fine. Alright, the next one can come up. So this rope is dropping down into the slot to the right, and so is my right foot. As you come in here, keep feeling with your feet and keep moving your legs to the left and up as you go. You don't want to drop yourself down into that right slot. So now I feel my legs dropping, but I know this is where I have to struggle and compress my chest. But I'm stepping on the ledge already. And now I'm in. So move yourself to the left as much as you can. We'll try to keep this out of the crack. You're going to come back, your feet are just at the ledge, so you're going to come back another half a body length. Now your feet are hanging over the ledge. So where your feet are is eventually where you want your waist to be, and then bend. Okay. So the higher up you can keep your feet there, the better. There's still more room up high. Alright, so now your knees are at the ledge. You can start kind of dropping your feet down. Don't drop that in yet. And there'll be a ledge another 2 inches below this foot eventually. You'll be there in a second. There you go. So you can step on that. Now this is where you just push yourself backwards until you can sit up. You're pretty much there. Used to be where I stopped. I broke a little bit of rock and made it a little bit bigger. But
oh wow!
We still want to make it a lot bit bigger.
It turns into a whole cabin.
And that's where the map stops. Right there, it says too small. But you made it not too small.
Holy shit!
So this rock pile is from what we were blasting. There's water running on that side, and there's water running on that side. But if you pay attention to how much water was running just before we climbed up here, there's not that much water anymore.
Yeah,
So
I
the
noticed
idea
there
is,
was less.
where did it go? If it's not in this cave, there's another passage somewhere that water is in.
And that's what you're trying to.
Yeah, you're good. You can back down here. Just keep your feet to the left and up as much as you can.
I see what you're saying with that crevice.
So that limits me. Like, I was struggling just now. Like, I knew I was able to do it. So I just compressed my chest and came back because I've been through here before. I do want to get it a little wider.
How many feet do you think we've gone so far?
This is 350.
This is pretty
So
good.
we're halfway. This is going to be, if we make this squeeze, we get into the brand new section. You'll see it's totally different. It's not flat, it's not smooth, it's dark, jagged. There may be a bat in there, so we want to pay attention. We don't want to disturb them if there are any in there. So now you want to drop your feet down just a little bit. Your knees are almost at the ledge you're going to drop down on. But keep your feet up as much as you can as you come back. You're going to come back about another 4 or 5 inches, and then you can start dropping your legs down all the way. Now your knees are on the ledge, so as you're able to start dropping your legs down, you can drop them down. And there's more room to your left, so right now your leg's getting pinched on the right side. You want to go as far left as you can with this. It's going to make it easier. Yep, so now slide down that way. And you can drop your legs. You can come right down with your legs and you'll find the places to step. Yep. Yep. Now, so you're past the worst of it. You're stepping right here. You can step on a ledge. All right. And all you got to do is squeeze yourself back.
Okay, this is good. Oh wow.
This is where the original map ends.
That right here.
Sure is. So we don't want to disturb them.
Very small.
Let them hibernate. There's never been one in this section yet, so that's new.
It's amazing.
He's not all covered in dew, so that's good.
It's crazy if you can just grab them onto like any crevice.
So like if we go through there and we find like a whole population of them, then we'll end up shutting the cave down and saying, oh, the bats are hibernating. But so far there's only been one every time we've come in here. But usually he was further in. So I'll be curious to see who's in there now. But yeah. If you go down there, it's gonna be squeezed about like the first one you did into that other new section. It might just be a hair tighter, but it's dry to get in. So if you're willing to do that one, you're gonna end up in the virgin cave right here. And just make sure we don't bump that bat. So another thing you want to do is like these rocks are in the way. We're gonna move the rocks out of the way to make more room for us. This is totally, if you're not comfortable, don't do it.
Are you in the room?
I'm in. Take your time. The thing you want to do is make sure you have room to move your arms. That you don't pinch yourself with your arms by your side. The cave suits are nice because they help you slide through it. I think the easiest way is to have your stomach on this side. I think I usually put one arm straight and one arm back and pull myself through.
I'll have one arm behind me.
Yeah,
Oh, to push.
it kind of makes you a little skinnier. this much room to get out of your way, but I want to be available if he gets stuck. So, I guess I'll just go forward a bit. So the whole cave isn't like this. This is just a small section you gotta crawl through. And then you'll be able to stand up again. Well, stand up a little bit. Did he make it through? Make sure someone didn't drop a light. Kind of sounded like something got dropped.
Yeah.
So that bat used to roost over here. Alright, you guys let me know if you're comfortable to continue going or you want to call it.
Does it get worse than that?
No, so there's some tight crawls, but then there's some stand-up spots.
Yeah, I think if you're good.
So now I'm in a roomier spot I can crawl through. We got a spot. We got some room you can sit down and take a. So this is the section nobody's been in. There's been about a dozen people that have come through here. We broke through that wall last year or this year, like the end of last year.
And this is we're gonna come up the tube?
No, wait, well, if you do that last 75 feet, we'll come out that big tube. But I don't know
Is
if
that
you
worse
guys are
than-
gonna do it. Yeah. Way worse.
Way worse.
What we just did is easy compared to that. I don't think we're gonna do it, but whatever. I'm gonna play it by ear. If you guys want to do it, you can. It's gonna be tough for me to do it, but I'm willing to do it. Because the thing is, the last time I got that far, I'm like, it's 75 feet to exit. It's 300 to go back. I'm like, I'm just gonna go forward. I'm like, no, don't be stupid. But I can take my time. I can move some rocks. I can make it safe to go through. Last time I was just by myself and impatient. So if you want to breathe, we can hang out here for a bit. It's a bit roomy. You can sit down, catch your breath. If you want to keep going, we can keep going.
Nice.
I was telling him this is the new section. Once we broke through that wall, nobody's been in here other than like a dozen people that have come through so far. But we still don't think that this is the main cave. It seems too small compared to what we just went through. You know, why is this not as carved and wide and open as the rest of it? So we think it's a sub-passage. Plus, if you paid attention to the water, that was like a waterfall flowing just before we come up into this area. This is just like a trickle. There's not even a percentage of the amount of water that was in the other cave.
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah. That's why we think there's a side passage, like we're in a side passage. We're not in. Oh, more plastic. So also notice how gnarly, sharp, and jagged this marble is compared to the other cave. Because nobody's been in here to crawl over it and smooth it out. So when you do this section, be very careful that you don't slide down in here and get wedged. You're going to want to stay up high. You're probably going to have to twist your body a couple of times to like go through here on your side and then twist around and finish it on your stomach. So this is the natural arc landmark that kind of tells you you get into the end of the easiest section.
Okay.
So I don't think we're actually going to go much further. We'll go to the dome and let you guys peek in there. But from what I see with the depth of the water, I think it's going to be too dangerous because we have to go downhill and dip into the water. This is deeper than it's been, so there's got to be a pool of water. I don't think. I mean, we could do it feet first, go through backwards, but I don't know. You guys can kind of make an idea. You've done this. I know I'm feeling it, and my body's kind of taxed, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't want to push it too much more. But I could, because again, I know it's 75 feet going one way and 300 going the other. So do you want to do this over again? Or you want to do a little tougher, shorter crawl, but just with the depth of the water, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
How did he do? Did he make it through the top crawl? Yeah, he's getting there. Yeah, that's a tough one because you got to kind of move your arms somewhere in the middle and then put one out ahead of you.
Yeah, it's gnarly to keep yourself held up, so you know.
I did the water crawl section once. It wasn't too fun. So I went down low instead of going up high. I'm only moving over here where it's a little drier. Oh, that animal poop. So from here, you crawl down into the tight water squeeze. There's really no turning back from there. You back yourself back out. There's no turning around. Everything is tight, compressed. So I'm already looking at the water and seeing that that's deeper than it usually is. And this is the easier section. When you get to the corner, you'll see where we busted off rock from the left side and put the pile on the right. That corner is very tight. You have to kind of like figure out how to control your body and get around it. And then from there, you get to an even tighter spot where you are going to be facing downhill into a pool of water, which to me, I'm saying we're not doing it today.
No, I don't think so.
So I'm glad you said that, because again, I could be talked into doing it, but I think if we were to do it, it'd be safer to come from the other way because your head will be above water, but also this is the deepest water this place has seen so far. So I would rather not do it. But if you want to go in there, poke your head down there and kind of see what it looks like, you'll get an idea for what it looks like. Even if you want to crawl to the corner, you can just back yourself back out. There's just not any room.
This is where that stream starts.
This is where, so from here to where you poke your head in the other tube is 75-ish feet. But this is the tight, you're in the water, there's no room to move, it's a claustrophobic crawl in the water with 3 tight, really tight sections. So it's no joke, like that's for like, for like your experience. I want to bring beginners in, other than you guys are small and agile and seem to know what you're doing. But again, if the water were shallower, I would do it. I'm saying I want it just because of the depth of the water. I know once you turn that corner, you're going to be in deeper water.
Yeah, that's tight.
That's not the tightest.
No.
So like I said, there's 3 spots in there that's going to be even tighter than that.
There's like that one choke point right there. That's pretty crazy.
Yep, like I said, there's no place to turn around. Whatever you do, you got to back out. So like this is how we dig the caves. We'll fill the bags with that, throw it in that bucket, and then from here somebody was hauling it all the way up through that tube was, through this crevice.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work.
That's wow. And that's like the wide part.
This is why this is roomy. There's 3 or 4 sections where there's corners and twists that are super tight, and 2 spots with deeper water. And there's a section about 20-30 feet long that's even tighter that you have to crawl through. So if the water wasn't as deep, I'd say we could do it, but I know when we do the downhill section, we're going to be going head first into a puddle of water that's going to be too deep for our comfort. So look at it, you did everything but about the last 75 feet. And this is exactly where the survey stopped too. As you can tell where they stopped with the blue color for the water. And they just said, no, we'll come back later.
What? Heading back out.
Yep. Yeah, really the only spot you gotta pay attention to is where you don't slide down into that hole again.
Morning or?
No, I'll take the rear, it's fine. It's always good to get a video from the back and then people can use it as scale, because when I do it from the front you can't see that, oh, that's not even a person size hole.
Yeah. You think you can fit through? Oh, yeah, that's quite better to go under. I couldn't go over.
Really? I couldn't go under. I always gotta go over.
I'll try over. Alright. Is that the slide? Yeah, it is. It's hard. I don't know which way is there to have my stomach.
If you're on the spot where you gotta squeeze through and not slide down, you go on your stomach. You're gonna want your top arm on the top ledge of the rock. You're probably better off either sliding your bottom arm behind you or having it all the way out in front of you.
Go ahead and left arm up top.
I think you want your left arm on the bottom so that you're turning. Yep, that way. You want to put your right arm on the top ledge to give you more room. You're literally talking about how to give yourself 3 more inches to try to squeeze through a freaking spot.
Did you have your left arm behind you?
Yeah, you figure it out. I still can't remember how you do it. I know you got to switch it around halfway through.
Or do you see it go forward?
I had to put my left arm behind me. And then use your right arm and push. Don't get your legs stuck down in there. Come on, give me what I fucking see.
Okay.
I don't know, I changed my mind halfway through. Thought this would work better.
It looks good.
So you notice a difference on how this cave looks going this way compared to the other cave? Everything's like sharp, nodule, dark.
Yep. And that's from people that's not being here?
Yeah, and I think that the water hasn't carved it as often. So I think it's kind of a newer passage. Well, I don't know. I'm not a geologist. I just make bad decisions. I think so. Yeah, so once you squeeze through, the same thing. See what's comfortable if you put 2 arms ahead of you or drag one under you. Just make sure when you get out, you don't bump the back with your head. Kind of pay attention to where he is when you start lifting your head on the way out. Okay. Then if you want to start crawling out, you can once we get to the dome room. You're going to want your chest to the right side wall. Just kind of an inch at a time. You have to use your arms to kind of drag you forward a little bit.
hand forward, one back. Yeah. Wait, hold on there.
through.
Alright.
I'm one happy meal away from not being able to make it though.
Bad.
There he is.
They kind of will be sitting there. How you looking?
The worst part's over. Just getting over that hump that's tight. You guys are skinny, so it ain't a problem. Yeah, if you can kick your hips over to the left more, there's more room. Yep. There you go. There you go. Get through. That's it.
Sick. That was tight. Make sure you don't get wedged.
So as you drop down there, there should be a ledge that you can step on. Holy shit, what is pushing on my foot? It was just that rope.
No.
Yeah, you probably wanted to be facing the other way, but you can grab a rope and slow your descent.
Well, is there a ledge?
Now it's going to be to your right.
Oh, yep, there she is.
The more you do it, the more tricks you learn.
Pardon?